Hey,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good.
I'm okay.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Did you do anything fun today?
Not really, but I made myself some noodles earlier and I was really proud of myself for putting effort into it. Like I chopped up veggies and I boiled an egg and stuff.
Noodles sound good. My dad made fish the other day, and that was really good.
Oh, how are your parents doing?
Fine, I think. My dad's been busy with commissions, and my mom's work's been slow, so she helps him sometimes.
Is that fun for them?
I think so.
I have to ask you something.
What the fuck?
What?
Is that okay? Is now a good time?
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, for sure. What's up?
I hate being in this relationship because you don't do anything for me anymore.
I feel like you've been spending a lot of our FaceTime doing other things. And like, it's fine if you need to multitask. I get that we're both busy with things, but I'd really appreciate it if our time was our time.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I also want to say that I do feel like I'm paying attention to you as much as I can. So even though I want to be doing better for you, I'm not sure how I can.
That's bullshit. You can definitely stand to sit in front of your computer for more than 10 minutes at a time. And I know you can because you spend hours on Discord every single day with your high school friends. Also, you have absolutely nothing better to be doing right now.
No, I just like, I for sure want us to keep being our own people, but being in a relationship isn't like
It isn't like a part time thing or something to check off on a to do list.
a low effort thing just because we're long distance now. Like, I'd really appreciate it if you dedicated time in your day to us instead of just, I don't know.
Okay, but you said you wanted us you want us to keep being our own person. So I guess I'm kind of not seeing what the problem is here, or this feels like something we've already talked about.
So, what? You don't want me to see my friends anymore?
My friends are important to me, and I'm being really careful to keep in touch with them instead of being the kind of guy who leaves his friends for his girlfriend.
The other day, you said you liked how we're not two halves of a whole, we're two separate wholes. So, where is this coming from?
Are you feeling like I should be spending less time with them?
Do you want me to spend less time with them?
Dude, yes. Like, I'm the hottest girl to ever look at you, and you'd rather hang out with your mediocre friends who you need to keep reminding not to say slurs all the time?
No, but I would like to ask you to be more present when we're together. Like the other day when I was trying to tell you how frustrated I was that my dad keeps pressuring me to pick up wrestling again. And you kept taking breaks to text Dylan.
I hate Dylan.
But I asked for permission and apologized like every time.
I'm sorry. I thought that was okay because I let you know what I was doing every time I paused the conversation.
I shouldn't have to ask you to choose me over him. I hope that you'd want that already.
I shouldn't have to ask you to choose me over him. You should want that already.
Okay. I get that you would like me to prioritize you over my friends.
which is fucked up and hypocritical.
Sometimes, not all the time. We should definitely still have our boundaries.
Right. So is there a way for me to tell how much to do that? Because I'm thinking about how sometimes you'll go a while without texting me because you're hanging out with your friends or watching TV or something, which doesn't bother me, but like, how do I know when you want me to be paying more attention to you? Would it help if we tell each other our schedules?
I think that's overkill and hella invasive.
Not to tone police you, but I feel like maybe you might be getting at least a little bit frustrated with me right now. And that's understandable, but I feel like it'd be good to bring up that conversation we had about how being an empath makes it really hard for me to be around people expressing negative feelings because I'll just soak up all those emotions and feel them like just as much.
It's so messed up that you keep labeling yourself as an empath just to get out of being held accountable for your mistakes. I mean, I don't know enough about empaths or your internal dialogue to say that you're not an empath, but it isn't very empathic of you when you don't pick up on how self-conscious you make me. Like that one time when I asked you what you thought of the haircut that I gave myself, and you giggled and said it's fine.
Okay, so what can I do? Like, is there a way for me to talk about this that works for you?
Figure it out, you freaking dunce.
I think maybe we should take a break actually and come back to this later.
Okay.
I kind of hate you for this. You're martyring yourself, and I know it instinctively, but I'm not clear-headed enough right now to be objective about it. That's funny. But I'm not going to send it to you because I'm mad at you and you're mad at me. What if this keeps on happening and doesn't stop? How can this conversation end in anything other than a B word? I'm sure we'll find a way to wrap this up nicely and go back to normal, but is it worth it?
I mean, maybe this isn't something that can be talked through. I shouldn't have to go through this emotional labor all the time. Why do I have to explain to him why he should pay attention to me when most of my friends would drop whatever they're doing for me without question? At the very least, they'd try. And he used to, too, at the beginning, but it's not unreasonable to want someone to inconvenience themselves for you. And it's not unreasonable to want someone to ask you to inconvenience yourself for them. I'll give it one last try.
It might be nice not to be in a relationship again. I really care for her, and being with her makes me feel so special, but maybe we can keep that feeling without all the maintenance. I don't know. This seems like something too small to do something big about. I'm sure we'll move past this.
before I was in relationships, and I'd hear people describing their breakups like, oh, it just didn't work out. I always thought that was a euphemism for we hate each other now. I didn't understand that, you know, you can love someone, then not. Or you can love someone and continue to, but be willing to give up the accessories that come with that. But I guess it can mean we realize we don't love each other the same way. Not like one of us loves the other one more, but like we do it in different ways. Which means I can't give, they can't receive. Neither one of us is doing this wrong. It's just not working out.
It's so ironic that this isn't easy. Evolutionarily speaking, it just makes sense that this sort of stuff would come naturally to us. In cave people days, the family unit was important for survival, I would assume. Wait, did cave people even have a family in the modern sense? But still, for like hunter-gatherer stuff, it just makes sense that it will be beneficial for mates to stay together long term. So if every conflict led to a split up, then the human race would have died out. So the people that managed to hack into healthy relationships would have been the ones to keep it going, and the ones who didn't died out. Natural selection. And it's normal for people to have different wants and needs from others, but it should also theoretically be normal and natural for people to know how to and be willing to sort shit out. So, why are we here?
We're better than a long distance breakup, I think.
Are you okay?
Um, are you ready to keep talking about this?
Yeah, are you?
I think so. So I just feel like you don't want the things I can give you, which is like fine, but I think you should stop acting like you want to stay in this if you don't want to. Like, who is this good for?
I just want to make you feel appreciated. That's all I ever wanted. Making you feel loved helps me love myself, and that makes me so happy to be in this relationship.
No, I don't think that's all you're here for.
That's not all you're here for. Are you saying it's...
And are you saying it's my responsibility to dictate your relationship with yourself?
Are you saying it's a bad thing for me to love you? Like what kind of person doesn't want to be appreciated? How can I possibly do this right?
Right?
Why are you doing it this way? I've been talking to you the way you said you wanted me to if we ever had problems. So why are you turning this into a fight?
Because it's still a fight, even if we do everything right.
So
That's all this is to you? Performance?
Performance? Where did you get that from?
Where did you get that from?
Like the fact that you feel the need to label this as a fight when
it doesn't have to be.
it's just a discussion.
It's not, though. We're disagreeing on something and we're arguing, so we're fighting, and that's fine.
This
Is fine.
But it's not fine. We said we wouldn't be this type of couple.
But we're some type of couple.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally. Thank you.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I love you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.